Hello everyone, I am Griffin and we are back with another reaction video. This time we are reacting to something from the FBE channel, I believe it is, called Women Being Destroyed by Modern Feminism and Hookup Culture, Single and Lonely. You know, I actually believe that modern feminism is completely unwanted and unnecessary, and it has destroyed a lot of the dating culture and a lot of women's thinking, because you know the first and second generation of feminism was completely necessary. They accomplished what they set out to do. Like the first generation, I believe, was the one that got women the ability to go out and get a job, make money, become the possible breadwinner of the family. And the second generation, I believe, was the one that gave women the ability to vote, which originally women didn't want because of the draft that came with it. But women ended up being excluded from the draft portion of voting. Now this, I don't know if we're on the third or fourth generation of feminism, but it is completely unneeded. It's unnecessary in most areas. Because in today's day and age, there are no rights that a man has that a woman does not. A woman has every single right and opportunity that a man does. So I don't know what modern feminism is really fighting for anymore. But let's see what this video has to say.
So I'm in my car. I'm about to go home. The date didn't happen. He texted me, and it was a joke.
It's a small minority.
I hate people who do that. Both men and women. I hate it. Like, I have been single since I think 2013, 2014. So 9 to almost 10 years now. And I had a date. Now we were gonna have a date at the Mall of America, which is here in Minnesota. And I went there early so I could be there when she shows up. And I waited there for like 2 to 3 hours. Come to find out, she never showed. She never messaged me back. Even to this day, I haven't heard a single message back. And I was stood up. So I basically just wandered all around the Mall of America and ate at a restaurant and window shopped. I didn't actually buy anything. I was just window shopping. And it sucks. It's not the first time I was stood up. I think that was like the second or third time I've ever been stood up. And that was the first time I was going to have a date in almost 10 years. And that was, I think, during the spring or summer of this year. And it sucks. It sucks to get stood up. And for that lady's situation, that hurts even more, to be told that it was just a joke. Nobody should have to go through that when they're trying to look for love. It sucks.
Minority of men who get pretty much all of the macho.
We both have the same type of man. Like, we like a nasty f***er. We like a criminal. I don't need a...
That's what I don't... How in the ever-loving fuck do women find criminals hot or sexy? Why? I'm sorry, but if you find a criminal who is going to jail for like murder or some fucked up thing, and they're going to jail for years on end, and you find them hot and sexy, you need help. You need serious mental help.
A man.
We're gonna talk about cheating and how to get away with it.
Okay, women like that don't deserve any sort of relationship. I don't understand cheating. I don't get why people cheat. If you feel like you're not getting any love, any affection, be it emotional or physical, and you wanted to get it elsewhere, end the relationship you're in. Don't fucking cheat. I'm sorry, but if you cheat and you get caught, you have no fucking excuse. You have no excuse to cheat. There is no excuse on this earth, in reality, that excuses cheating. None whatsoever. I don't get it. If you feel like you need to get love somewhere else other than the person that you are with, end the fucking relationship.
He had no intention on showing up.
Okay, for all of my girlies who are considering their first phase, do it.
Do not date a woman for 3 months. Her.
So when you go hook up,
I'm sorry, if you go through a hoe phase and you sleep with 20, 30, 50 plus men, and you find other guys, and you find a guy that doesn't want to date you because of how many people you slept with, you have no you have no right to complain. You really don't. It's your own fucking fault for destroying your prospects on dating.
up, you need to see it as sex and you're out. Sex and you're out.
And then ghost her for 4 days and dump her and then tell her it's just because you don't have romantic feelings for her.
I was always so curious, what it would be like to really get beaten by someone in a sexual way.
I spent 2
So she's a masochist. I'm not gonna kink shame. Everyone has their own kinks, If you want to be a masochist and find a sadist, go right ahead. It is one of the oldest fetishes on the planet.
hours getting ready. I drove 25 minutes to get here.
Girl, you don't need no.
I really feel bad for her. I do. I feel so bad for that poor lady. Taking the time to get all dolled up or somewhat dolled up, and then driving almost a half hour to the area where you're supposed to have a date, only to be told later on that it was a joke. I feel so bad for her. And she's cute, too. I don't know anything about her personality, but she's cute. That poor lady. I feel bad for her.
Mad.
I do not need a man. I can finance myself, I can myself, and I can feed myself.
I'm a single mom and I work from home.
Okay. Being a single parent for a lady, that is a difficult situation, because not a lot of men, like the majority of men, don't want to date somebody and have to help raise a kid that is not theirs. And I don't know how it is for single fathers who have custody of their kids, but I know that it is very difficult for a single mother to find and keep a man and have him be okay with raising somebody else's child. I know it can't be easy. And you know what? I wish all the luck to you single mothers out there who are trying to find somebody. I wish you all luck. I hope you find somebody. I really do. I mean, we all deserve at least a chance at finding love. Nobody deserves love. Everybody deserves a chance at love.
I'm trying to find a person, and I said, I have a lot of hobbies, I have a lot of friends, but right now I'm going through a really difficult time.
I may end up 35 and single. So what?
Seeing my grandparents holding my cousin's kids and how happy they look, and I'm not gonna get to see that, witness that, experience that love. I'm never good enough.
So things aren't exactly going great for modern women in the world of dating, or for that matter in life in general. And it's very tempting to simply blame men for all of this pain and misery.
The problem with narcissistic, attractive men, I've been speaking a lot about how awful men treat women.
I've met so many
Here's the thing I find very dumb. A lot of these women have bad experiences with so many men, and then they decide that all men are the exact same. It's like, honey, you can't have a bad experience with just a few men and then blame it on the entire populace of man. You can't do that. Because there are genuinely good guys out there. Not nice guys. Nice guys are dumb fucks. Good guys. There are genuinely good guys out there who want to protect, provide, love, care, and all this stuff for a woman. There are genuinely good guys. Now, to have a bad experience with just a few and then say that the entire populace of man is the exact same as the bad experiences you've had, that is just dumbassery. The thing is, a lot of those ladies keep picking the dumbass men. And they see these good guys that, you know, they only see these good guys as like, you know, friends or brothers or family or something like that. They don't see them as potential lovers. Even though they know for a fact that these good guys would treat them well, would provide and protect them, would love them with all they are. And they don't choose them. And then they go around and pick these dumbasses who will cheat on them, treat them badly, ghost them, and do all this other shit to them. And then complain that all men are horrible. No, you dumb bitch. Your taste in men is shit. You keep picking these fuck up people. It is your own fault at this point. I mean, maybe the first, I would excuse the first one or two men that you chose. Maybe you were dealt a bad luck at that. But to continuously choose it past, you know, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh guy, at that point, it's your own fucking fault. You need to update your fucking, you know, list. Your own criteria for a man.
Narcissistic boys.
Here to prove that men are absolute
However, things are a bit more complicated than that. And more importantly, what most people fail to realize is that change never happens in isolation. This means that when you change even just one variable in the world of dating, then already the entire ecosystem changes. However, when you start f***ing around with all of the variables between men and women, then you really get going and you have no idea what the outcome will be.
It's not at all what it used to be. Like, first comes love, then comes marriage, then comes the baby and the baby carriage. No.
God,
It is first comes sex, then comes ghosting, then comes emotional trauma and trust issues.
I don't know how to let somebody good in my life. So
Her eyes are mesmerizing.
I just don't entertain anybody.
And in my experience, I began to feel...
I don't know what it is about this eye color, but that eye color to me is just, oh, it's mesmerizing.
Anybody.
And in my experience, I began to feel just disrespected by every single guy that I ever slept with. I always would feel like as soon as I, like, you know, gave it up to a guy, I would just be like trashed to the side. Like, I was like disposable. And it was really affecting my mental health and like making my self-confidence.
Here's when you, all right, in a relationship, if you run into a genuinely good guy, it's fine. All right, here, it's fine if you want to fuck on the first date. I'm not shaming anybody who does. That's fine. If you want to find out if you're physically and sexually compatible, go right ahead. There's nothing wrong with it. There are plenty of relationships that have lasted the test of time after hooking up on the first date. But the other thing is, a lot of people now are just looking for sex. You can't just give it up on the first date, or, you know, give it up within the first week or so. If you want to make the partner wait, it is perfectly reasonable and fine to do so. The person who is genuinely looking for a relationship for you will be okay with waiting. Now, waiting for a certain amount of time, that's fine, because, you know, we, as humanity, we all want physical intimacy. Now, if you both establish the fact that you want to wait for physical intimacy after marriage, that's fine. But if you if one or both of you are not fine to wait until marriage, then I would suggest not making the person wait for months and months and months and months on end, or possibly years. Just, I would say take up to 3 months, maybe a little bit more, maybe 1 or 2 months more, to make sure that you both are wanting to stay with each other and commit to each other. Then I would say, sleep with each other. You just got to make sure, that's not what you both are only there for, is just the physical intimacy. Because as soon as one of the person gets it, if that's the only thing they're looking for, as soon as that person gets it, they probably won't stick around very long because they just got it from you.
A lot worse.
Life is just really lonely. Just another holiday, I'm by myself.
So if you agree that modern dating is completely then drop a like and comment down below what you think is the main problem here. So you see, what initially started as women simply wanting sexual equality and freedom.
A common narrative that you'll hear is from feminists or from progressives is that the sexual revolution was a great idea and it was a way of counteracting centuries of oppressive patriarchal repression.
Has now morphed into women telling other women that they should have a hoe phase, date multiple men at once, and definitely never settle.
I know this is coming from a man. I would suggest don't ever have a hoe phase. Going through a hoe phase and dating multiple men, all it's going to do is destroy your prospects for dating and your prospects for a possible marriage or a long-term partner. That's all it's going to do is destroy it. Don't have a hoe phase. I understand the temptation for sex, or every once in a while, or sex every day, depending, how good looking you are, I guess. But don't have a hoe phase. I mean, genuinely, please don't. If you are at some point wanting marriage, kids, and to have plenty of prospects for it, don't have a hoe phase, because the more of a hoe phase you have, the faster your prospects are going to get destroyed. So I would highly suggest not having a hoe phase. Please don't. I genuinely mean it. Don't.
Ended up hooking up with him on the beach. I'm realizing that's a public place, but later that...
Let me add on to that. If you are not looking for a relationship until the day you die, go ahead, have a hoe phase. But if later on down the line, after you've had a hoe phase, you've decided you don't want to do that anymore and you want a relationship and you want to possibly get married, don't be surprised of you having your prospects destroyed. But if you're just looking to hook up, have short-term relationships, never getting married in the future or having kids, by all means have a hoe phase. Just don't hook up with people who are already in a relationship. Don't be a homewrecker.
That evening I went to a party and I ended up hooking up with 2 other people. Judge me if you want, no regrets.
Rotational dating in my life means that instead of me having one partner, I currently have 5 mini partners.
It's see you later season, on to the next, because there are men.
Jesus Christ, lady. How much makeup do you fucking need? Have like 4 pounds less of makeup, you'd probably look even better.
Literally everywhere.
There's 3 major reasons why monogamy is bullshit.
We've gone from a society where men would have to bend over backwards just to get a phone number or to simply be allowed to hold a woman's hand, to now being able to...
Oh, hand-holding. So lewd.
text a woman, hey, wanna come over? Whenever you want to have sex.
I cannot tell you the last time I was asked on an actual normal date.
Your experiences are mostly what? Guys just saying, hey, come over?
Yeah, that shit, yeah.
The effort required to get laid nowadays is so low that many guys feel perfectly comfortable saying the weirdest shit on dating apps or be as direct as possible.
They can go, meet up with a new woman every night, potentially. And I think the problem with that is that it does encourage bad behavior from...
All right, the men that are able to do that, get a woman every night, are those who are good looking, tall, fit, are very successful and financially stable and have a large income, any combinations of those, or any one of those, that is like the top, I'd say maybe 10-20% of men that are getting like 80 to 90% of women. There are a lot of average guys like me struggle to even be able to get a woman to talk to us long enough to potentially, hopefully, ask out on a date. And even then, it most of the time is unsuccessful, and they'll say no. It sucks.
From those men, really rude, really explicit from the get-go, asking for nudes straight away.
This behavior then leads to most women feeling as if all that men want from them is sex and nothing else, which can become quite disheartening.
The intent to only use you for their sexual needs, it's very empty.
Here's the thing, ladies. You control sex 100%. Because without your consent, there is no sex. There just isn't. If a guy wants sex with you, you have to be the one to consent to it. Women control sex 100%. No argument.
Like, it makes me feel worthless and like I have nothing else to offer anybody.
And then just drops you like you're absolutely nothing. That truly does break your spirit.
And then when they find out I'm like a real person with real feelings, they're like, oh no, I just wanted like a sex doll that I could discard whenever I wanted. And I'm like, how the do you think that makes me feel?
Please explain to me how the is this a win for modern women? It's not. Now some of you might say, hey, you're wrong. This only works for the top 10% of men. Well, to that I say, f*** 'em. F*** men. Sorry, my inner feminist came out. But seriously, this is not about the adverse effects that modern feminism is having on men, since it's not being sold to men.
The last 4.5 years, I've been on hundreds of dates. I would go on 5, 6, 7 dates a week.
I would much rather be alone than deal with some half-ass shit from a man.
That's why I see the point in some women participating in hookup culture. Like, I would not want to waste my time going on all these dates if really my end goal here is just to have sex.
If they become your everything and you want them to be your everything, then you have it twisted.
Modern feminism and hookup culture are specifically being sold to women as a positive and freeing force that is empowering to them. And the only question that I'm asking, is that actually the case, or is it setting them up for failure?
Are we done pretending like that's empowering or even healthy?
Because hookup culture benefits guys more than it will ever benefit girls. Guys mainly just want sex. They rarely want commitment, but will do practically anything to get laid.
Hookup culture has become very toxic.
But nowadays, there's no courting, there's no getting to know one another. All people want to do nowadays is meet up and
I'm not good with like hookups because I'm like, I want to cuddle and like know about your day. And then they just look at me crazy. So then I look stupid and then I feel stupid.
I would actually like that, honestly. You know, just cuddle up to a woman and she asked me about my day. In any relationship I've ever had, I've had maybe 2 to 4 actual relationships. I have never been asked about my day. No woman that I've dated has ever cuddled up to me and just wanted to talk to me, and, you know, honestly, I think that'd be nice.
Stupid and then I shit because they just want to.
Now, even though I am also one of those evil creatures called men, that doesn't mean that I reject feminism in general. It is modern day feminism specifically that I have a problem with. Women having equal rights to men and being equally respected is a no-brainer. However, that is not what modern feminism is about.
Toxic feminism. What feminism does is simultaneously teach women to detest masculine traits in men, but
modern feminism is not feminism, it's misandry and wanting women to have power over men. That's what modern feminism is. Feminism in and of itself is what is fine. I believe in that. Women being equal to men, even though there will never be true equality, but be equal, given the same choice, given the same opportunity and all that stuff. That is what feminism wanted. They wanted to give women the same opportunity, the same choices and all the stuff that men have, which they have accomplished. But modern feminism it's just misandry and wanting women to be better than men. It's not true feminism.
Cultivate them in themselves. So for instance, a man that sexualizes women is misogynistic, but a woman should sell her nudes online and she's a bad bitch.
Be a bitch, honey. Be that bitch. Be a boss.
This boss bitch shit is so fucking stupid. I'm sorry, but it's just fucking dumb.
But the biggest problem with feminism is that it makes women reject their feminine traits. So they no longer want to be loyal or nurturing. As a result, we're breeding a generation of men who no longer aspire to provide, protect, and most importantly, respect.
I don't understand why this modern feminism is trying to sell to these women, like, be as masculine as you possibly can. Be just like the men. Why? Why would you want that? I mean, don't get me wrong, you know, just strong women, you know, like tomboys, that's fine. But don't be like us. We're horrible to each other. Men are horrible to each other. Why would you want to be masculine, and why would you want to be a man? Or be manly? No. Just no. Don't be like a man.
Respect women because they can access them and replace them.
She said it perfectly. Because when you keep yelling that women should shut up, down with men, and we don't need any men, you're simply selling women a big fat lie.
Let's talk about being single. Nobody ever wants to talk about how hard it can be and how isolating it can feel. You watch everybody go have babies and get in relationships, and you just feel like you're stuck here alone.
When women do find a nice guy that treats them with respect, other women will sabotage that relationship because he's too basic for their taste.
This trend of bare minimum is getting ridiculous. I can't even post a TikTok anymore appreciating my partner without people commenting that it's the bare minimum or I have low standards. You will have a hard time being in a happy relationship if you just expect more and more from your partner without appreciating the small things first.
Hate my friends' boyfriends. My friends are these beautiful, intelligent, successful women that deserve the world, and they will rock up to my birthday with Joe from Tinder. Joe can barely string a sentence together and makes her cry twice a week. The only thing I want from Joe is for him to f*** off out of both of our lives.
Now the last woman loved.
I hate people like that. They're so jealous of their friends that they see their friends in these relationships that make them happy, and they feel loved, and they're so jealous of it that they want to destroy it because they can't stand seeing their friend happier than they are. They want them to feel just as lonely and pathetic as they are. If you are a true friend, you'll be jealous of them. Sure, fine, be jealous of them, but you'll be happy that they are with somebody that makes them happy. Don't fuck up what they have. Don't fuck up their happiness. You're not a true friend if you do that. I'm sorry. You just fuck off at that point.
Loves to talk about how basic her friends' boyfriends are and that they should break up. But here's the same woman about her own love life.
Like, I have a lot of hobbies, I have a lot of friends, but like right now I'm going through a really difficult time. I can't tell you how much I wish I had someone to just like give me a hug, say that everything is gonna be fine, or just like watch TV. Because if I had nothing, I had someone that I loved and who really genuinely loved me.
This is just absolutely insane, because not only is this type of shitting on other women's quote-unquote basic boyfriends a real problem, But this constant gaslighting by modern feminists has made most women believe that they are a perfectly cut 10-carat diamond and that they are owed the highest quality of men.
You're just pissed because I'm educating women to wake the f up and raise their standards. No.
I hate women like this. Alright. There is no woman on this earth that is a 10. Because 10 means you're perfect. There's absolutely nothing wrong with you. You have no flaw whatsoever. That type of person doesn't exist. Perfection is not a thing. It is something to strive for, but nobody will ever reach perfection. Because we, as a humanity itself, is flawed. We are flawed. That is fine. We are perfectly imperfect. If you think you're a 10, fine, think you're a 10. But you're not. At most, you can reach an 8 or a 9. You can never be more than that. Now, to think you deserve the highest grade of partner? No. I'm sorry. Nobody deserves anything. You want something, you work for it, you do stuff to improve yourself so you can attain what you want. You don't deserve shit. Nobody deserves anything. Work for what you want to attain it. I hate people. I hate it when people think they deserve anything.
I'm going to teach women to wait. And guess what, women, ladies? I didn't meet my man until 34, and I would have waited until I was 64. Until I was 64. Until I was 64.
Yeah, that's gonna work out just fine.
I'm Jillian, I'm 39 and I'm trying to get back into dating. I've realized I'm absolutely terrified of being hurt, thought of falling for someone and having it blow up in my face.
So I'm at the beach and I see all these families and all these couples and I just look and go, what the hell did I do so wrong in a past life that I can't find that for myself?
It would be cool if someone could end the crushing loneliness for a minute or two.
I'm tired of feeling like a used condom on the f***ing floor the next morning.
And you check out your friends and your family. And they all have people in their lives that will always come before you, as they should. But you have no one.
This was Women Being Destroyed by Modern Feminism. Please like and subscribe for more videos.
Yeah. Modern feminism. Woo. Such bullshit. It is hurt and destroyed so many things in the past like decade. Sometimes there are people who are single for so long that, scary enough, they get used to being alone. Like for me, like I said, I've been single for about 10 years and not by choice. I've been single for so long, I've started to get used to it, and I don't like that. I hate being single. I watch and read. I watch all these romance animes. I read all these romance mangas. It makes me smile and happy, but it also makes me feel alone and a bit sad that I don't have anyone that I can go to bed with and wake up to in the morning and come home and say I'm home, and have someone say welcome home. Or at least once in my life I would like to come home and have the person I'm with have a nice hot homemade meal ready for me. At least once I would like that. But there are things I need to work on myself, that I know that I need to work on myself. Like I'm a bigger person. I'm about 300 pounds. I need to get into better shape. I need to improve my health and, you know, get a better place to live. But yeah, it sucks. Being single sucks. Anyways, let me know what you all think about modern feminism and hookup culture in the comments below. I'd be interested to see what you all think. If there are any other videos you'd like to see me react to, please make sure to comment them down below. or comment or post a link to them in my Discord, and I'll get to them as soon as I can. I have a Twitch channel that I stream to every Tuesday, Wednesday, Friday, and Saturdays. Links to my Twitch, Twitter, TikTok, and Discord are all in the description below. I hope you all have a wonderful day, and I will see you all in the next video. Bye-bye.